This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
From Mr. Acuff's living room, the Simply Superior Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House Studio sits here on the Grand Ole Opry Plaza in our 100th year. At the end of yesterday's show, I was confused that it was Tuesday after a holiday weekend. Kelly was going to the Opry. Tuesday night show, the PRCA rodeo night.
Yep.
And then I was getting Charlie to run the lineup for today. And Charlie, the last words we heard Charlie say were, "There is no tomorrow."
There is no tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow has arrived, and yes, there is a tomorrow. It's today.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Not to be confused with yesterday or the day after next.
That was,
but we're here.
I was totally in the Monday zone, not thinking that it was Tuesday after a holiday. When Charlie said, "There is no tomorrow." Goodbye.
Yesterday kind of felt like there might not be. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of stuff.
Well, you had a day off the air. You really had a day.
Crazy things were all happening. But I located my kid. Things were good. People got fed. It was good. It was fine. It was fine. But it was interesting, to say the least. Hey, today's National Hamburger Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found a list of some places where you can get some freebies, which that's pretty cool. But I also want to hear everybody's favorite burger joint, whether it's a chain or local. We're just going to talk burgers today because I'm kind of hungry this morning. Yeah. Also, Lainey Wilson, she's going to be in her first feature film, but she's already wrapped it up. So we've got more details on that. And Co Wetzel is celebrating this morning. He's a dad. We've got details on new country music babies.
Scotty McCurry with Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm going to say Darius Rucker, but it's they build them as Hootie and the Blowfish. And here you go. Writers: Bobby Hambrick, Brent Anderson, Darius Rucker, Dean Felber, Derek George, Frank Rogers, Jeremy Bussey, Jim Sonfeld, Mark Bryan, Monty Criswell, and Scotty McCurry. So that's 11 songwriters.
Well, they had to include all the Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And, they went in and they recorded that specifically for Scotty. They didn't sample the old Hold My Hand. Right. Darius got all the guys together and they went in and they were like, yeah, let's lay this down for you. And I think that's so cool.
Hear it in Darius's voice.
Yeah.
There's just a richness there that wasn't the case, on that record.
Man.
How many years ago now? 22, 23 times platinum?
You don't, yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say what year. I was like, don't say the year. Because I listened to that. I bought Cracked Rear View. I wore that out. I was listening to it this morning on the way here because I would listen to Scotty's song and then I was like, I'm going down the Hootie and the Blowfish rabbit hole.
So there were 4 writers originally. So it took 7 to add to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you said 11, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're 11. Yeah.
You and your maths. Look at you. Okay. Hey, congratulations, Co Wetzel. He's a dad. This is so great. Love that we're waking up with more country music babies. He and his girlfriend, Bailey Fisher, welcomed their first child together on Friday, a little girl named Woods Madison. And they shared the news on social media. He's just this big old tattooed, burly guy. You think of him one way, and then look at his finger, the little hand wrapped around his big finger with the tattoo. See, now that's where he's melting all to pieces. Now he's got a little girl. Life will never be the same.
Wonder who imprinted on who first in that picture, huh?
Yeah, we know. We know. We love it.
Are you my daddy?
Congratulations to Cole. Let's talk about Lainey Wilson. She is going to be involved with this new movie. The news came out not too long ago. Late April, Variety actually broke the news. She is going to be making her feature film debut in the big screen adaptation of Colleen Hoover's Reminders of Him. I'm a big Colleen Hoover fan. I read all of her books. This is going to be great. But now she's telling us the movie's already wrapped. I was like, wow, you guys kept that pretty quiet. And I don't know when she had time to do it because we see her everywhere else. So apparently sometime in between, she got to go out and do the movie, already wrapped. If you remember, her first acting gig was on Yellowstone, and Taylor Sheridan actually wrote that line specifically for her. She was Abby on Yellowstone and wrote that role for her. So that was first, and now she's got this feature film. Here's what she had to say about it.
We're done filming, and I'm getting to, first time ever, be a character that's not a musician, which is interesting and fun and just another creative outlet. And I don't know if every movie set's like this. Maybe I just got lucky. But everybody that was out there, between the actors and actresses and then just the production team and director and all of it, it was a good group of people. It was people from all different walks of life, but everybody was like happy to be there.
There you go. You can catch Lainey back on the Grand Ole Opry stage. She's coming in on June the 18th. That's when we are doing our Opry Honors, Johnny and June.
Ooh.
Are you hosting that one? Or are you?
I have
I
to
don't
look.
know.
I can't remember. I'm doing
We
Charlie
don't know.
Daniels for sure.
Okay.
but I can't.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we're looking at it going,
Yeah.
one of us
Yeah.
is going to be there. So
What
make
if we
sure
just
that you
all
get
three
tickets.
show up?
That'd be fun.
Huh?
And next, what day's the 7th? Next Friday?
No, that's, I think,
See,
Saturday.
the fourth is...
We can't do the calendar
Wait,
app.
3, 4,
Hold on.
3, 4, 5, 6. It's
I'm
7.
pulling
Yeah,
it
it's
up.
Saturday.
Yes,
Yep.
you're right. It's Saturday.
Yep, that's her.
I was right.
That's her 1-year Opry anniversary.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, June 7th last year.
Because it was in the middle of CMA Fest, and I was so sad that I couldn't be there, but I was happy that you got to be there.
I found, going through some stuff the other day, a handwritten note that she sent me after her debut, which was on Valentine's Day. It was just the sweetest thing. And I'm like, I forgot I had this.
I know. She's the best, y'all. She is the best. Okay, frequent flyers out there, beware. Today's the day. The day we have not been looking forward to if you are a Southwest loyalist like I am. Today, they start charging for bags. It's sad. So if you check your first bag, it's $35. Second bag will be $45 unless you are a Rapid Rewards A-List program member.
Pick me.
Yeah. Or you're traveling on Business Select or Extra Choice, which apparently is a new one that they're going to have. A-List members and Rapid Rewards credit card members also get one free checked bag, according to Southwest. All of those go into effect today.
So really, Southwest loyalists are still good. It's the non-loyalists who are be punished.
Yeah, you could be right.
like that.
And you know,
Sounds like a Mooney convention.
they're supposed to be doing, you have to
little bit.
pay for your seats sometime coming up. So
It's a cult. They're in a cult.
yeah, we are. It's okay.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
That yellow Ford Mustang, it just pulled in the parking lot, slid it sideways. Ryan Blaney, welcome to Coffee, Country, and Cody. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I wish I had a Mustang this weekend. They gave me a Ford Edge, but
Is that
Can't-
so disappointing?
can't
when you
slide
get a
around.
rental, you're like, oh man.
That's kind of like the minivan, all of a sudden
Yeah.
going from what you normally drive.
it's like roulette, though. You never know really what you're going to get, so you just take it, I suppose.
Is that because of the nature of the Nashville Superspeedway, the track itself, or is...
No, it's just what Nashville International Airport decided to get me this weekend, But it is like Speedway, too, yeah.
I was going to ask, have you ever been in a rental situation where you get a car and you're like, "Ugh, this thing is going to be terrible, but surprisingly you really enjoyed driving it?
I think sometimes, I get so used to having, I drive Fords for a living, and they try to make sure that I have a Ford to drive on the weekends. But sometimes if I fly into, commercial airports and they just throw me whatever they got,
Yeah.
like if you get a certain type of car or a brand of car that you don't normally drive, sometimes it's a little interesting, little quirks and features of it. You're like, oh, this is a little bit different. So every now and then, but mainly the Fords is what I'm in and I'm comfortable with. But I think I had a Volkswagen the other week, and I was like, oh, I kind of liked it. It wasn't bad. It was something different and new, and that was fun to try something different.
Are you in the Fiat today?
Oh, yeah. You're welcome to take my Fiat.
And it's
first.
your color.
Okay.
It's your color. It's yellow,
Oh,
canary
is it?
yellow.
I saw it when I was
It's
driving.
hard to
in then.
miss, actually.
Yeah?
It's a very bright.
I was wondering whose
yeah.
that was.
Take it for a spin.
All right.
I remember the first time I ever rented a car that didn't use a key, that used the push button, but they didn't tell me.
Yeah.
So I literally sat in that thing for 5 minutes trying to figure out how do you make this thing move.
Yeah.
You'd think that would be something they might let you know.
Well, the worst ones is the EVs where you push the button and you don't know if it's on or
yeah,
not.
it's so quiet,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That gets me all the time.
Or the automatic kill
That's
for safety
hate
and
that.
mileage.
Yeah, I got to turn that off every time. Yeah, I hate that.
So I've always wondered, how difficult is it from rolling around at 200 miles an hour, upper 100s, and then getting in a car and driving home?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a difficult thing once you're out on the road?
Not so much anymore. I've only had one instance of being hard to separate. We were running at Talladega one year, and this was like my rookie year, so this was 8 years ago or so. And I drove to Talladega from North Carolina that weekend, and I got on the highway. Right, you're running 200 miles an hour constant around Talladega for 4 hours. And so it feels normal. And so I get in my car to drive home, and I look down, and I'm going like 120. Like just oblivious, like,
Sure.
and like I was like, oh man, like I was like, oh my God, I was so lucky I didn't like get caught or something, but it was only for like a minute, and I was like, and then I snapped out of it. But that's the only time I've ever had an issue with it.
Wow. I saw you with Dale Earnhardt on his podcast telling a story about you got in trouble with your parents over taking your sister somewhere.
Yeah.
What was that story?
Yes, I got a speeding ticket. I do very well. Let me say this. I do very well on the roads. Like I'm a very slow driver. My wife gets super annoyed with me if we have to go somewhere fast because I take my time. But I was probably 18 and I was taking my younger sister to gymnastics one day, and I raced the day before, and like I got wrecked. Someone wrecked me for the win, and I was ticked off and stuff. And so I dropped her off, and I'm hauling the mail to go back home. And I go over this hill, and I pass a cop, and he and I make eye contact. Like, and I'm like, oh, God.
Here we go.
And I know I'm running fast.
Yeah.
And I just pull over, and I wait for him to come. And he circles around, and he comes over the hill, and I'm already stopped on the side of the road, waiting. Like I should have had my license out the window
Brownie
already.
points. Trying to get brownie points.
And so, yeah, that was a rough one. My dad didn't know about that for like 8 years. We kept that. My mom, the wrath of mom on me, and I haven't had a speeding ticket since. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so take us back, because you grew up racing. You were, doing the cars when you were little. What was it like to go get your driver's license when you turned 16?
Yeah, fortunately for me, the gentleman who was my instructor driving, we had a class at my school, at my high school, and he watched racing, and he knew that I came from a family like that, so he was pretty like, okay, let's go do this. Like, I know what you know what you're doing. I mean, it's different, right? I mean, you have to be very, cautious and everything of other people and stuff like that. But it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Park?
Yeah, and that was cake. That was easy. So yeah, that was a ball. It was good. But I think the toughest part of that one was the written test. When you got to go in, and because that can be hard. Like, what does this sign mean? And you've never seen that sign in your life, and you're like, I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty easy, fortunately.
Mm-hmm.
You referenced Talladega, your rookie year. So I love theme parks. I love roller coasters. I've never been to Universal, and I'm very excited. They have a ride there called Velocicoaster, right? And it's supposedly like one of the craziest roller coasters in the world. And I want to do it, and I know I will do it, but I know I'll be panicked to do it before I do it. What is Talladega like for the first time? Because there's no caution-free race at Talladega.
Yeah.
You know something's going to happen. You just hope you're not caught up in it. Do you have nightmares leading up to it?
Yeah, I'd say the first time I went there, it was nerve-wracking. I mean, I grew up watching races there and watched my dad run and saw, great runs and awful runs as well, just, big wrecks and stuff. And so I was a little bit nervous my first time. And it definitely gets easier as you go along, right? You just know what to expect, and you can kind of put it at ease. But yeah, I think the biggest thing about those races like Talladega is just the unexpected moments of just kind of running along, and all of a sudden calamity breaks out, and you're getting towed in on the flatbed. So those are the biggest things. I hope nothing unexpected happens to you at the roller coaster.
Thank you.
I would if something goes wrong on that thing, that's bad.
You'll see me on the news.
Yeah,
for sure.
But it is uncertain. I hope that goes well for you. I'm sure it will. But yeah.
We'll have to wait and
Ryan
see.
Blaney, if you just joined us, the 2023 Cup Series champion in NASCAR, and Sunday, Cracker Barrel 400 Nashville Super Speedway. This will be how many runs for you at Nashville? Do you recall?
This will be, we started going there, I believe, in 21. I think so.
And your dad would have raced at the old fairgrounds, right?
I actually raced at the old fairgrounds as well.
Wow.
Yeah, way back. I was, 15 or so. But now at the Super Speedway, this is our, fourth or fifth year with the Cup cars going there. So it's puts on a heck of a show. We get a great crowd out there. The community really comes together and really has a good time. So I love going out to Nashville. I mean, it's a great racetrack, and also, obviously downtown is not too far away, which makes it even better.
You look at the history of that short track at the fairgrounds, and you. I wasn't living in Nashville when we lost the Cup Series, but it boggles your mind how that even happened. Like, how does Nashville lose this race?
Yeah.
So it's so great to have you guys back. It just feels like such a natural fit.
We were pushing really hard to go to the fairgrounds a handful of years ago before we went to the Super Speedway. And I think it was more of a neighborhood thing that they didn't want us there, unfortunately. But at least we still got, the one racetrack. But yeah, it's great that we're there, and we're happy to come here every year. So
Ryan Blaney on Coffee, Country, and Cody. We let you schedule your own playlist of music, including Zach Top, which is where we'll go now.
Perfect.
You guys get to know each other in the last couple of years?
I haven't met him yet.
Oh, really?
I haven't met him yet. I've just become a huge fan of his music in the last couple of years, and I love seeing him. I haven't seen him live yet either, so it's hard to get out there with my schedule, but I'd love to see him live. So yeah, I'm becoming a big Zach Top fan. He's awesome.
Yeah, very early, before his record deal or anything, he'd come to see us and sit across the way and play guitar, and we were like, man, this guy, he is going to be somebody, and he is.
That's
He's
awesome.
out there headlining.
He doesn't come to see us as much anymore.
No.
Got to get him back.
More Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
Great conversation as we get ready for a big race weekend at Nashville Super Speedway, the Cracker Barrel 400. Kelly, you asked Ryan Blaney, our guest this morning, about the gold card.
I was just wondering, if you win the Cracker Barrel 400, do they give you one of the gold passes where you get to eat at Cracker Barrel for free?
I don't know that.
You need to find out.
I need to find out.
It really
That'd
ups
be
the ante,
fantastic.
doesn't it?
It
Like,
does.
if you knew, then you'd be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, that'd be a great prize.
The money's nice, but.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, the gold Cracker Barrel card is the best thing. It's like a Willy Wonka golden ticket.
He's got two of them in his wallet right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, man, those are the best. When you've got one of those, you walk in there and you're like,
I've let the doggone things expire, and I'm looking for a very gracious general manager who will say, yeah, we'll take it.
Or a good calligrapher who can change that 2 into a 6.
How expired is one?
A decade.
One of them is like you could just turn the 1 into a 2. Since it's expired in 2015, just make that 1 into a 2025.
You got a streak there, don't you, girl?
Sure.
Huh? A little hillbilly streak in there somewhere.
Kentucky.
They should give you a tenure. Once one gets 10 years old, then it should just re-up.
Exactly.
If you keep it for that long.
These are the most important questions.
2023, you won the Cup Series championship. What comes to mind when you think about the run you were on, including the Coca-Cola 600, which over the weekend was a mess?
Yeah. For me, it was a mess, yeah.
For a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, MSN says, big wreck. Kyle Larson's attempt at the Indy 500 and Coca-Cola double. On lap 245, see if this is how you recall, Chase Briscoe checks up in the front stretch, turns Daniel Suarez, who spins into Blaney, forcing him into the wall. Suarez slides through the front stretch and collects Larson and Justin Haley.
It's pretty accurate. It's a pretty accurate
You were there.
transcript. Yeah, that's what I saw. But yeah, that was a good weekend. Memorial Day weekend's always special, and the 600 is always really neat. And it was cool to win that race a couple years ago, and let us, that was the year we won the championship. So 23 was a cool year for us, and winning a lot of neat races. But I think Memorial Day weekend's always fun to be at Charlotte in the 600 and have all the, service members out there, and, everybody in the field has a fallen soldier on their windshield. So they ride with us, and their families come out. And so it's great to just show them, kind of what we do and pay our respects to them and just meet their families. And that's something that I think NASCAR does a great job at, whether it's having active military out, honoring the ones who've laid down their lives for us. It's always really special.
What does it do to your body after you're in a race, especially a long race like that? How do you recover? Because I've read, how like your left side of your body is actually swollen. And tell us what the effects are after you get out of the car. Yeah,
everyone's a little different. I'd say it's like a constant cycle for us of like dehydrating and rehydrating. That's kind of the biggest thing that we go through. And, the cars, whatever it is outside, add 30 on it for whatever the temp is in the car. So the summer months can get pretty brutal for us. I'm not a big guy, and I'll lose, 5 to 6, 7 pounds a race. And then you just try to build it back up again through the week. You start Sunday night and you keep going, and then you lose it all again Sunday, and you just restart the process. But and some races are tougher than others, like kind of physically beating up your body. Charlotte is one of those. It's rough. Your body goes through these strains every single lap for 600 miles, and but it's just what we do. It's just part of it, and that's what you sign up for. You don't really ever get out and complain about it. It's just, if you want to go do something else, you go do something else. But,
Well, I was going to say, and for you, it's third generation, right?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
grandfather Lou, your dad Dave, and now you.
Yeah, it's been pretty neat, growing up, watching my dad race and
Didn't
watch
you
my
race like
grandfather.
17 seasons or something like that?
Yeah, Dad started in NASCAR in 01, and then he ran all the way until 2015 or so. And then he actually just retired last year. He went dirt sprint car racing and just hung the helmet up. So, and then before that, he was a dirt racer, just like my grandpa. So it's a family thing. I've been lucky to be able to do it.
Wow. If you could just run one track the rest of your life, you got one that just feels like home?
I-65.
Yeah, I-65.
Yeah, Briley Parkway.
I grew up just south of Martinsville, Virginia. That's like a home track for me. I got a lot of friends up there, watch Dad up there every year, and been lucky to win there a couple times. So I'd say Martinsville if I could run one for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Well, speaking of historic ones, how cool that North Wilkesboro is back alive. That's just got a lot of history.
It is, and we brought that back 3 years ago. Doing the All-Star race there, which happened a couple weeks ago, which was it's always great when you can kind of revitalize tracks that have had a lot of history in the sport and kind of faded away. And I mean, that place was overgrown. I mean, it was junk, honestly. And then they did a great job of redoing it, but also keeping like the aesthetic of it, right, of the history behind it, and it puts on a good show. So people in that area love it. I enjoy going up there, and it's nice that we have it back.
Well, they had weeds growing through the start-finish line,
Yeah.
right in the cracks and
wow.
sides. Somebody did a viral video where they went in and shot a lot of stuff in the empty track, and I'm like, oh, don't let this poor thing die.
Yeah, there was a, I think 2 years ago they were redoing the grandstands, and they found like a sinkhole under the grandstands, and people thought it was like a moonshine hiding place. And I think someone was like, no, it was just a sinkhole underneath it. It just looked like it. But, there's a lot of history behind that place. Yeah.
Well, tell me about being a newlywed of like 6-7 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Was really happy. My wife and I finally tied the knot this past
Gianna is her name.
Yeah, Gianna. This past December, we got married out in Colorado, which is great. We love the mountains and a little winter wedding. And it's great to have her by my side. We've been together for over 5 years now. So
Where'd you meet?
we met kind of via some mutual friends of ours around the racetrack. Funny enough, so she didn't know anything about the sport, which was
That's nice.
Which was pretty
Kind of
fun to
refreshing.
like teach her about what I do and this stuff. And it took her a while to kind of get her arms wrapped around it and understand the schedule behind it. Like, hey, babe, I'm gone 3 days out of the week, and then the other 4 days of the week I'm working, at the race shop and things like that. So she's been gracious enough to understand that, and it's nice to have her out. So she comes to a lot of them too, which is great.
So you'll be in the Menards Ford Mustang this weekend, number 12.
Bright yellow, yeah.
Look for
Yeah,
that
just like the
bright-
Fiat out
There
there.
we go. Yeah.
I can always find you, man.
Yeah.
No matter where you're running. I go, there's Ryan
It's
Blaney.
easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so dream role, if you could walk on to any Star Wars current that's being shot, like any of Mandalorian episodes or anything like that, because
Yeah.
I know you're a Star Wars fan. So have you been in talks? I mean, you could be a stormtrooper. Nobody would even know.
So it's funny. People always ask me that, and I'm like, I say that exact thing. I was like, make me a stormtrooper, put a helmet on me, kill me. I don't care. In the credits, it would be like stormtrooper number 15.
Yes.
That's me right there. I'm gonna tell my kids and grandkids about that. So I don't really know. If they come calling, that'd be great. I've been trying for years and years, and it's kind of hard to go
Right.
do that stuff, walk away from my day job and how I pay the bills. But maybe one day.
Off season,
Yeah, if they can shoot in December, that'd be kind of nice.
There you go.
Yeah, there's not much of an off-season.
Yeah.
We'll put it into the universe.
Right. I
If
hope
anybody's
so. If anyone
listening,
out there at Disney's listening,
Ryan wants to be a stormtrooper.
I'd
Just
love
make it
to.
happen.
I'd love to.
And among requested music from your playlist, Sturgill Simpson's, where we'll close this morning. Ryan Blaney, thank you so much. Great to meet you for the first time and have you on the show. Please come back.
Oh, I will. Thanks for having me.
All right. And Sunday, he's running in the Cracker Barrel 400 Nashville Super Speedway, the 2023 Cup champion.
Yep, got the trucks on Friday and the Xfinity Series on Saturday as well, so a full weekend of racing.
And I'll practice by driving I-65 here in just a little
Yeah,
bit.
good luck.
You might have it tougher. At least they don't have potholes.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
We'll get our final entertainment update this morning and make you hungry before we wrap up. Kelly Sutton.
It is National Hamburger Day. I did not want to let this day go by without properly acknowledging that it is National Hamburger Day. So I think that we should first talk about where our favorite burger comes from. Charlie Matos, you go first.
The one I can walk to. I was there opening day when they opened about a decade ago. I'm a Burger Republic fan. I think there's 3 or 4 locations around Nashville, and that's my spot.
All right. What about you, Bill
Ted's
Cody?
Montana Grill, the Bison.
Oh, that's a fancy one.
Yeah, high-end burger. Now, on the other end of the spectrum,
They're proud of that one.
you cannot beat a Dairy Queen cheeseburger
I do agree with that.
with ketchup, mustard,
Yeah.
pickles, cheese, and burger. You know, there's just something about that
Yeah.
the way they do their grilling or brazier or whatever it is. I don't know if they call it that anymore, but
Used
there's
to
just
be.
something you can just tell it's different. It just tastes different. But at Ted's, they've got a bison burger. We can get it in beef too. I looked it up. Canyon Creek, cheddar, bacon, jalapeno, raspberry jam, fried egg, and again beef or bison.
Fried egg.
And that egg
Feels so-
makes it.
Just feels so unnecessary.
It's over the top.
It
But
really
if I don't
is.
care about going over the top, that's what I,
I know. Annie, where's your favorite burger from? What? Yeah. She says Paul's Place in her hometown in Jersey. That's a good one. We're going to get Jeff. Jeff's going to tell me where his favorite burger's from. In the meantime, I will tell you, I really like a Shake Shack burger. I know that's pretty basic because Shake Shack is like
No, they're quite
around,
good.
but they're delicious and I really do like them. So you should try it. And I love that you can order on the app and then swing by and get it. If I don't have to wait in line for food, I'm a big proponent of that anymore because I have to like take care of all of the minutes in the day. So Shake Shack has some great burgers. Also want to let you know there are some good deals that are happening, including Dairy Queen. So if you're going out today and you're looking for some good deals, here's where you can find them. First of all, Burger King on May 28th today, free hamburger with a purchase of $1 or more. So free hamburger with $1 or more purchase.
Really?
Burger King, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Checkers and Rallies. Oh, I forgot about Rallies. And there's a line where it's like north is
Well, it's Checkers here.
Rallies, south is Checkers. Same thing. They're the same thing. Great burgers, though, also. Very good burgers. You can get the cheese double combo with large fries for $3 today.
Oh, wow.
That's a good deal. Dairy Queen, buy any signature stack burger, get a second one for 99 cents. You might have to stop by. Look, I'm making eye contact with you.
Lunch,
Don't look at the
lunch
sodium.
and dinner. Look at that. You got
Don't
two.
look at the sodium.
That's right.
That's what you're looking at. Get a free Shack burger at Shake Shack, which is my favorite, with the purchase of $10 or more through June 1st. And you order in the Shack app, and you get some in-Shack kiosks with Burger Month. That's what you use as the code. So those are your things if you're going out for a burger today.
I like Fat Moe's, too. That's another local place that's quite
Fat Moe's
good.
is good. And, you know, we didn't even get into like Whataburger and In-N-Out. If I'm on the West Coast, I'm going to hit In-N-Out.
Burger Republic does a West Coast burger where it's the 2 thin patties, the mustard, the steamed buns. It's their version with the BR sauce. It's
In-N-Out.
their and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Now-
Oh,
Rebecca.
man, I didn't even want a burger coming in. Now I want one. That's all I'm thinking about.
Jeff says Steak and Shake, also a very good because it's thin, it's crispy, and they do those tiny little fries that go along with them, those little shoestring fries.
There's one over at the mall.
There is. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you're hungry, you're
So
welcome.
my wife's weakness is a cheeseburger from Dairy Queen, and chases it with the Choco Brownie Extreme Blizzard.
Woo!
Wow.
That's good. That's good eating right there.
Yeah.
For-
Just ask her. She'll tell you. She'll sit in the parking lot in the car and eat it.
Oh.
Because she doesn't want to wait till she gets home.
Good for her. Okay, well, Zach Brown spilled some beans. I don't know if he was supposed to tell us this or not, but he was on a podcast and he let it slip. He is going to be doing a residency at the Sphere. And all the cool kids are doing it right now. Kenny Chesney is there currently. We've had the Eagles and U2 and gosh, I don't know. Dead and Company was there, but at the end of the year, it's going to be Zach Brown's turn. And he said he has been working on this for over a year. That's how long it takes to get all the graphics and video and all the things that happen in that Sphere. Should be very, very cool. So if you are a Zach Brown band fan, get ready. Don't know when those tickets go on sale, but he did say end of 2025. This was a great story, and I had to share it. Let's say that you're on a karaoke cruise. You're having fun. You're on a local tiki boat So think tiki torches and everybody with a drink with a little umbrella. And then all of a sudden you see a man who's floating on the rocks and he looks like he could need some help. So they pulled over to pick him out of the water. Where did this happen? Of course it was Florida. The man was drunk. He decided to impress his friends, tried to jump in the water, but actually landed on some rocks and hurt himself. So the man that was in charge of the boat, the karaoke tiki boat cruise, pulled over and pulled him on and I guess sailed off into the sunset. He said, listen, the show goes on. This is what the captain said. I scrubbed the blood off of the boat. We sang some awesome karaoke and we saw a beautiful sunset. That's so great. I was like, yeah, Florida. Hashtag Florida for the win.
Yeah, fish blood, human blood.
They saved.
All God's children got blood.
They saved, the best for last. If you are coming to CMA Fest, couple things. Number one, if you always want to be on American Idol, get signed up because they're going to be doing some live auditions, but you do have to have a space reserved. So go to AmericanIdol.com, find out the info. But they've also just announced they're going to be doing a takeover, and this is pretty cool. If you watched this season, I was really invested in this season. If you watched, all of your favorites are going to be coming to Nashville to perform June the 4th, starting at 4 p.m., 6th and Peabody in downtown Nashville. Winner, Jamal Roberts. Runner-up, John Foster are going to be there. Brianna Nix. Thunderstorm, he was Paul's favorite. Maddie Pruitt, who is from Eagleville, Tennessee. Gabby Simone is going to be there. Colby Jordan, all the ones that you loved and watched on this season. And there will be a special guest. Don't know who that's going to be. But you do know two of the judges live here, Carrie and Luke. Carrie will be performing the night before here at the Grand Ole Opry. So, I don't know.
Former champion.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Just if you need a full list of events, CMA Fest is where you can find it.
And the Thursday of CMA Fest, Brianna's going to make her Opry debut. So, and they just added Jelly Roll to that Thursday. Opry.com. Go get tickets.
It's going to be so
go
good.
Get tickets. Yep.
It's going to be so good. One more story. This is kind of a bummer, but if you fly Southwest, today's the day. You got to pay for your bags, everybody. So if you have not already been A-list or you don't have that Rapid Rewards card, then they're going to start charging for bags. This is the first time in history that they've charged for bags. $35 for the first, $45 for the second, unless you buy the more expensive ticket, and then it's included and rolled into it.
Or
your A-list.
Or a Rapid Rewards.
Or a Rapid Rewards card holder.
With the Visa, yes.
So that's how you get around it.
We're going to wrap it up. Tease ahead to tomorrow's show when the Next Generations folks are coming by to see us celebrate CMA Fest. Melissa Lumen and Hawkshaw Hawkins Jr. will be by. And we'll rewind to the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, highlight performances, Opry 100 shows, and debut new music from a great singer-songwriter, Adam Wright, who is a nephew to Alan Jackson, right? Mm-hmm. Nephew? Yeah. And that's tomorrow on Coffee, Country, and Cody with Kelly Sutton, Charlie Matos, Annie Nye, Jeff Roberts. You made Charlie hungry, so this was what he chose to end today with the playlist.
Oh, perfect.
Charlie Pride, Burgers and Fries.
Burgers and Fries.